right, good morning out there. Happy Monday. Today is April 7th, 2025. I'm Anthony. This is Drive Dive. So really quickly, just trying to give you a rundown of what I got going on this week. Give you some insight into my struggles of, being and feeling productive, right? Where there's just so much to do all the time. It can actually be paralyzing, right? Where this week, right, it's Monday, weather permitting right now, it doesn't seem too permitting, but we're supposed to have, my son has soccer Monday, Tuesday, and Friday, right? And it's at like 5 o'clock, so it's like dinner time, so from like 5 to 6:30, Monday, Tuesday, Friday. That's what we got going on for sure. We have something on the agenda Wednesday night. Thankfully, my spring break starts Thursday, and then I'm off, through even the following week. But then I'm like, oh man, Thursday, Friday, I'll have the house to myself. But like Thursday morning, I booked, since my week is so jam-packed, I booked a therapy session, right? I've been going to a therapist, once a week, and I'm like, well, when am I going to fit it in? So let's just do Thursday morning. But I'm like, man, it's going to be time to start taking care of the lawn, and there's some weeds I got to pull, and I still want to finish painting the basement. My son and I are going to play in a Lorcana tournament on Saturday, so there's still some preparation for that. I have started, I guess, I've been able to, start working out again, right, where I have worked out, I guess I've gotten 3 workouts in, maybe, this weekend and the end of last week. So, and then it's like there's laundry to do, and I just, right? Am I doing too much, I guess, right? Or I don't know. How's that stack up with what you got? Comment down below. Does that sound nutty, right? Where it's, I'm already driving to work. I, teach high school math, and then, home, I don't know. It's like, 4 o'clock and having a rush and get to soccer, and then home and dinner and bedtime routines, and and then what? And then I got, an hour or 2 of quiet, after everybody goes to bed, where I can either work out or do some of that deck preparation or grade some papers or do some laundry or, we need helping around the house. It's a little limited, right? I mean, if everybody's asleep, it's not like I'm vacuuming or, can't be too loud when I'm working out, can't blast the music or anything like that. But, so it's just interesting, those are some of my struggles that I just wanted to share, and just wondered if I'm doing too much. I'm trying to offload some of these things, where it's like, I know on my wife's plate is often, washing the dishes, right? I don't want to say often, but it's every day, right? I mean, I'll be honest, I don't help there very much. Somebody's got to entertain the kids, keep them occupied and out of our hair, and my kids are always asking me to pick them up, or my daughter pick her up, or my son, play video games or go outside and play soccer, when there is any of that downtime, if there is, any of that downtime before dinner and stuff, it's like, so my wife, the kids look to me and I take care of them, and then my wife's doing, everything in the kitchen. It's tough, man, to find that time and get things done and feel connected. I think that's a lot of it, right? Like I keep saying productivity, but it's more just about, being happy and being connected and feeling, together as a unit. It's hard to do all of that when it's just go. But there are some payoffs, right? Like I've shared, it's like, I've lost some weight, over the past, 2.5 years, 50 pounds. My son's getting really, really good at soccer. Oh yeah, I mentioned, Saturday mornings we have, soccer workouts too. We go to another facility, another coaching, just running through drills, footwork and power striking, some of the, just trying to improve his game. And it's definitely paid some dividends where, this past weekend, his travel soccer team, they got their first win of the, it's early yet, their first win of the season, but talking to one of the dads, all of last year, this travel soccer club only won 1 game out of about a dozen or so. So to have that 1 win early, I don't know, maybe the team's ready to, take that leap, make that next step, whatever. But we'll see with tryouts and things and how all that stuff goes. But it's nutty all the time. And, I wonder what it's like for those folks out there, seriously, right? Comment down below if you're like, if you work from home, are things any simpler? Are things any less chaotic? Depending on your line of work and everything. Because really, there's one dude I can think of who has maybe similar struggles and I think has done a better job of it. Or another guy. There's two guys, right? I can think of, I've met throughout my career who have, I failed at the doctorate, completely failed at it, but trying to think of people who have these successful careers in education and have earned their doctorates and have the family. And, I think things are a little different where maybe their wives largely stay at home. I'm not sure about both of them. I think the one for sure, but trying to figure out, at times, and I know you're not supposed to compare, but, why have I struggled in certain areas and, with these demands on my time where others have seemed to, do a better job at it. Now, I don't know if they also take care of their own lawn, right? And as large of a lawn. I don't know all of those exact details, but man, I keep telling myself, I gotta figure this thing out. There's gotta be something I'm missing here, but the whole lawn thing, I'm feeling it's a relatively new technology, but now that they've come along, these robot lawnmowers, right? I know a few people, right? You probably have, a robot vacuum at home, or now you've got your robot mops even. But now you've got, robot lawnmowers where now they're actually capable of handling yard sizes up to 1.5 acres. And I'm on 1.75. I'm thinking minus the house and the flower beds and some of the trees and, and the driveway and such that, all right, 1.5, maybe this thing can tackle it. So, it comes with a price, of course, but if that frees me up even a little bit, to then focus more on the weed pulling and the pruning and the chipping and yes, we have a pool, and so I'll be taking care of that. And there's a lot going on. And if I can offload any of that, to a service or a robot, I think I got to do that. Something's got to give, right? So, and those are the things I guess you have to figure out that I'm sure other people have, where I haven't been able to just let go of things and say, no, I'm not going to do that. I keep saying to myself, I'm not going to do this, and I'm only going to do that. Like there's this word "only" where I'm like, no, I am capable of so much more, right? I can be fit, and I don't know if it's excessive. I keep saying about that, I only know one way. I only know one way to eat, and there's only one way. It's either been eat a certain way and be really lean, or eat a certain way and my body just goes up to 215 pounds. It's one way or the other. I eat this way, I'm 215. I eat this way, I'm $170, and that's where I'm at right now. And I don't know, is that excessive or not? Is that worth the time or not? And some of the headaches and things that have come along the way, and strained some relationships, and maybe socially, not going out and refraining from alcohol and high calorie meals, and right, there's a lot of socialization I think around food and drink that I don't partake in because I don't want to be 215, right? The lawn thing, right? I guess I could pay for it, but is that something we can afford to do? While paying for childcare and trying to save and get on vacation and all of that stuff. So I don't know, those are my struggles. I hope you don't mind the rant and the vent, and but really, comment down below like how does your stuff stack up, and how do you deal with the day-to-day adulting? And right, it's like, oh man, yeah, I do this, and this, but I don't have the 2 kids, or I do this, and this, but I don't work out, or etc. Right? I'm just curious to know what other folks are going through. There's another teacher buddy of mine, same building, who he drives he's got like a 2-hour commute, and I know that his kids, I think, are at least a little older. I'm not sure if they're teenagers or still live at home in their early 20s or something like that, but he survived, right? Like, having kids and the wife, and I think he's got like a big enough piece of property. He mentioned a tractor with the snow, and I know he's got some animals, farm animals, that he takes care of, and so he's got a lot going on too. It's like, am I just, I don't know, suck it up, Aunt, right? Or do I really just have a lot going on? Like, is it okay that I'm having the struggles that I am, and not always feeling productive, not always feeling great about things, or I don't know. But don't get me wrong, there's a lot of optimism. Like, I believe I can handle it. I believe I can figure out a way, which is why I keep stubbornly trying to, make time, make adjustments, and figure things out and cram it all in. But yeah, just love to hear from you, or at the very least, I hope this video has given you some comfort in knowing that other people struggle too, and these are the specific things they struggle with, and you're doing okay. That's it for me. Happy Monday. Make it a good one. Hopefully your weather's nicer than mine, and yeah, I'll catch you tomorrow morning. Take care.